Hello everyone, this is Dr. Rivera. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the orientation assignments that you need to complete by the end of the week. I'm going to take you through everything step by step so that you know exactly where to find each assignment and what you need to do. And I'm going to begin by going to the course homepage. From the course homepage, I'm going to scroll down to the schedule and click on the first item, which is the orientation module. You can also get here by clicking directly on the modules and then scrolling to the correct orientation module. Once you open the orientation module, you'll see several resources. The Start Here page contains general information about the course and about using Canvas, and I strongly recommend looking through that information. You'll also find information about Cengage, including instructions for registering and some videos on how to get started. But for right now, I want to focus on the section labeled Graded Assignments. The first one is the introduction video. You must complete this assignment in order to be considered present in the course. This is especially going to be true if you are online. This is the assignment that says, I was present, do not drop me from the course. If you don't complete this assignment, you might get dropped as a no-show. On the other hand, if you are in my face-to-face class, please wait and do not complete this assignment until after I've seen you in class, because in class you're going to do one extra thing before you do the video. Now, when you open the assignment, you'll see some instructions explaining what to do and what to include in your introduction. You're going to give some basic information about yourself and then add several questions, just 2 or 3 of those extra questions. And you'll notice here that there's an introduce section, and then for number 2, it gives you a bunch of other questions you can choose to answer. You don't have to answer all of those, but if you're someone who talks quickly, you might want to answer a few more just so that you can get to at least that 1 minute of runtime for your video. You can record the video using your phone, a webcam, or whatever device is easiest for you. And I definitely recommend that you use some kind of video editor to make it look a little bit nicer. But don't feel like you have to do anything too elaborate. Let me say this also. If you're going to use some music in the background, please test it out first, because sometimes the music will make it difficult for me to hear you over it. And so that doesn't matter so much for the introduction video, but eventually you're going to have to turn in your video for the project, and I want you to be used to using that. The introduction is supposed to be a quick and simple video. There's really 2 purposes for this assignment. First, it gives us an opportunity to get to know each other a little bit. And second, it gives you practice for recording and submitting a video, and that will be good practice for the project that's going to come later in the semester. In fact, you're going to make 2 other videos. Once you finish your introduction video, save it onto your computer, please, because that video has to be submitted in 2 separate places. And so whatever you do, don't do it so that it gets deleted after you upload. Save it, upload it to the 2 places first, and then leave it in your computer for a while just in case something goes wrong. You have it available to upload again. Now I'm going to go back to the orientation module. And the second assignment I want you to work on is called Participation Quiz 1. This is also an assignment that is designed to ready you for a different assignment later in the semester, specifically your test. This quiz does not have any specific questions about psychology. it will ask you, were you able to download Respondus? Were you able to open the quiz? Something along those lines, and you're going to click yes, yes. Unfortunately, in order to get to the quiz, you have to download Respondus. And once again, you will notice that there is a video somewhere in the assignment. And if you cannot find it, let me know and I will help you find it. Some of you are going to have a difficult time opening Respondus, and there's a few reasons for that. It could be that your computer is older. It could be that you don't have complete access to it. For example, if you've borrowed your computer from one of the libraries or something like that. Or it could be that your username and password are not up to date. Again, if you get stuck, let me know. I'm going to help you out. If you end up turning this assignment late, I don't care. I will take off the late penalties, but I want you to figure everything out now and not when you're taking test one and you're nervous about it and now you don't know how to get it open. I want it to work now so that you don't have to worry about it during test one. For your next assignment, you're going to do your badge. And this again is going to be different if you are in my mixed mode, face-to-face, or online classes. If you are in my mixed mode or face-to-face classes, come to class first and I'll explain what you're doing there. If you're in my online class, you're going to choose a color. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go to the people section over here. And yours is going to look a little bit different from mine, but hopefully you have a ink blot group. And then there are some group colors, 10 specifically. And what you're going to do is you're going to join one of them. Now, you're also going to have a button that says join, and you're going to click on that join button. And once you've joined a group, you're going to go back to the modules. You're going to click on that batch picture assignment. It's going to say start assignment. You're going to start the assignment, and you are going to just write your group color here, and then of course click submit. Okay, I'm going to go back to the modules. And then finally, you're going to see that there are two orientation videos that you're going to watch. Sometimes they have a little bit, one or two questions. But in order to do this Connect orientation video and the SmartBook orientation video, again, you have to open up McGraw-Hill Connect, create a username and password, and use your access code. You'll notice that there is another assignment that's called Study Partner Bingo. Don't worry about that. That's going to be due September 12th. So you're going to come back to it once everybody's created their orientation videos. If you finish early, I definitely recommend that you start to move on and move on to your Chapter 12 module. If you have any questions, send me a Canvas message and I will respond to that as soon as I can. I try to look at those at least once a day so that I can get to you as quickly as possible. All right, guys. Thanks for watching this video and let me know if you have any questions. Bye-bye.